Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. 716, make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and niggas talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Welcome back to another live episode of the Postpodiumpodcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host Aramis.
Hi y'all. Morty Keys, what's up with y'all?
Hey! Keys is back in the building. How you been, bro? How was your weekend?
Hey. Oh, I'm glad you asked. Ladies, PSA.
Oh boy.
Is this thing on? Pay attention.
Because it's about to be.
It's about to be. So, you know, I work a lot. And we had this big brown box in the house. Big brown box.
Okay.
Been there for a week. T ordered a bike, right? Cool. Bike ain't put together. She's pretty handy. So, you know, she said, you said you're going to put it together. I said, when I say that, she said, well, you were drinking. I said, ha! I had a beer when I said it, didn't I? You don't listen to that.
You can't do that.
She's like, I mean, I could do it. I said, well, no, if I said I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So, you know, the box is there for a week. Then Saturday, I said, I'm not going to tell her it's going to bust this open when she's in the shower. Crack it open, just get to work.
Say it like that, bro. Why you even say it like that?
Well, I'm going to bust the box open? We'll crack it open. I mean, you got to crack the box open. So at any rate, yeah, so, you know, I'm putting this thing together. I got everything moving and grooving. Bike is together. Can't get the front brake to work, though. It was, you know, it had that little wire. And
like a pedal bike or like an indoor workout
No,
bike?
no, a pedal bike.
But the front brake ain't working?
Well, this is the thing. It wasn't calibrated correctly.
Oh, okay.
So they put the gear shift brake line in. They did that pre-done. Fine. I said, I can make this work. It took me an hour to try to figure this thing out. Try to figure this one component.
To calibrate it?
To get the damn thing on. So I'm sitting here like, all right, okay. T's like, well, let me look at it. Hell no, woman. I did the whole bike. You're not going to take credit for the end. Right. You don't take credit for the end, ladies. I've got bloodshed because the cardboard slid under my fingernail. I'm leaking. I got a Band-Aid on. It's all bad. I had my beer, though. You know, I had my beer. I was sitting there. I was moving and grooving. Took the whole afternoon, the whole evening pretty much. And I had to go get Ken. Come back. She figures out how to do it. The problem is not that she's handy enough to do it. The problem is if you're going to finish it, you can start it.
I mean,
start the damn bike.
It's valid. Valid.
You know, I mean, and all in all, it was pretty simple, but it was just like, you know how she is. She sit there like, what's taking so long? I want to look at this. I'm like, go somewhere else. Get away from me. What's taking so long? You're just egging me on. You're just making me mad. No, but she hasn't ridden it yet. You know, it's just still sitting in the house where the box was.
It's nice to have in emergencies. You know, like if you ever got to break out quick and you don't know where the keys are, but you need to get away,
get
like
going.
Just grab the bike and
just hop on the bike and get out of there.
You know
just get at him.
Tuck Ken in the sidearm right there and just start to get to pedaling.
I would like to see her do that.
I'm sure like, mama strength is something different.
His feet just dangling while she, that'd be great. But yeah, I mean, the weekend in itself was usual. You go shopping in BJ's, you spend like $300. You do this, that, and third, and you know, $300 is not something you're supposed to spend when there's three of you in the house. But when you have more than three,
I mean, we spend 3 and there's 4 of us in the house.
I know. Well, you spend 3 every week?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is BJ's. I kind of go a little ham. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I do go a little ham.
BJ's like
I get excited in there.
Yeah, it's hard not to because everything is just so big.
I'm like oh, yeah. 2 juices, right. $11. I'll turn to Michael Jackson. I'll take 2 of these. Yep. Excuse me, 1 of those.
That's exactly right.
What is this? I'll take it. Tell you what you want. Put it in the cart, and then you got the scan as you go. Think, so,
don't try a sample.
No,
you try a sample. It's over. You getting
like,
4 of those.
I want 3 of these too.
Yeah.
Can you point me to the direction of where this is? Yeah. So that was that. But no, I mean, honestly, the weekend was not long enough as usual, and I need more. I want to re-up that, so I got to figure out how to do this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you?
Well, obviously, you know, it was a long week, and the weekends for me are they're kind of hit or miss. So I'm on a quarter acre of land. My house is right, and so there's a lot of grass for me to mow. And for my birthday, my mom got me a rider mower, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. That'll make my life a hell of a lot easier.
I want to see this. I'm going to watch you use it. I'm going to watch you use it,
bro. Can I just say I'm gonna use it with such pride, bro.
No,
like you have no idea. I got so mad at my next door neighbor because he's got one of those electric lawnmowers. So he'd just be out there chilling with the lawnmower don't even make a ton of noise, but he has the soundproof headphones on. Like, bro, what are you doing now? Seriously, what are you doing? And so anyway, yeah, like he got this little bitty plot of land that he just goes out, cuts the grass. It's all nice and well kept. Meanwhile, I'm out here struggling to keep my grass low enough on like, don't let me have to cut my backyard. Like my backyard is massive. And I'm doing it with just like a regular old push mower. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stupid how much grass I have to cut. But having a rider mower, bro, I'm telling you, when I ride through that gate from my backyard to the front yard, I'm gonna have my hat turned backwards. I'm gonna have some shades on with the headphones on, and I'm gonna just ride slow the whole time.
When you said right through the gate, I'm like, it might or might not be the opening that you have in the gate.
No. It's a smaller one, so it's gonna be like my opening is big enough.
Have you ever done a riding mower before?
Yeah. So a long time ago, when my mom got married and we moved to Lockport for a year, it was like a year and a half. But he had a rider mower. His yard was a decent size. It wasn't small. But yeah, so I'm used to it. I'm excited. I can't wait. It ain't big money, man. Big money, nothing.
Money making Mitch.
So birthday present is what that is.
That's how you know that's how you know you old now. When you get excited about something like that, yo, I got me a lawnmower for my birthday. Yo, I got me a pot and pan set for my birthday. Family, I can't wait to get home and use it. Bump all that stuff. I'm going home. I'm missing the show on Monday because I got to get home and try this toaster oven.
Bro, I did that. Listen, I bought who was no. So my mom is the one with the money. To be quite honest, like she's worked hard all my life, and I've watched her go from nothing to something. And like shout out to my mom for real. She's in Puerto Rico right now. My whole family's in Puerto Rico on vacation right now for the rest of the week until sometime next week or something like that. I
don't care. Just next week.
Sometime. Yeah, just seeing the homeland. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So anyway, she got Caitlin, my wife. She got my wife. This I think it was like a $250 pot set or something like that. Like it was mad expensive. And $250 might be a little low for what we talking about. Like I because I don't know the prices of like
they can get there.
Yeah, like the stuff that she got for my wife, it was just like my wife was like, you know how much this stuff costs?
Yeah, they can get there.
Right. So anyway, but yeah, like that's I consider it to be anything that saves me time or money is like the best gift in the world right now. You know what I mean? Because of how much time everything takes, work takes. Like life moves way too fast in this country for anybody to feel like they got any kind of peace. And it's kind of frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like at some point, like, and so we're going to play a game today.
Okay.
We're going to play a game today. And it like what I was about to say kind of made me think about this, but the game we're going to play is called Either Or, and it's kind of a play on Elarm Zor's name, you know what I'm saying? But basically I'm going to ask some questions. Would you prefer this or the other thing, right? But what made me think about that is one of the questions involves a 4-day work week that I guess my wife just told me Trump has been talking about bringing it down to a 4-day work week now, so because the generations that came after us decided like, yo, we ain't playing that game, which I love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love bugging the system, putting your foot down. Like we just ain't doing it.
I would love for the airport to say that again because they gave me 4 days and they take it away. They give you 4 days and they take it away. I'm like, just give me the 5 and shut up.
Right.
Leave me alone.
Right. So
I mean, like you said, though, the weekends when you get older are not for fun. The weekends are for you to do all the stuff you couldn't do during the whole week. And then you get mad on Sunday when you got to go back to doing the stuff you couldn't do when you got to do the stuff you got to do the whole week.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Laura said, 2 grown men weekends, mowing and bike assembly. Yep.
J Ham said lawn work can be relaxing though if done at the right time. Yeah, for sure. Like the only reason that is kind of stressful for me is my Saturdays look like this. I get up at between 6-7 a.m. I get up about 6 a.m. on Saturdays. I work from 7 to about noon. My daughter's game usually starts at 12:30. So actually, correction, let me to be accurate, I'm usually working till about 11:30, right? Then I shoot home, grab them, we go to the game. The game lasts a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? Baseball games are typically a little longer. And then from there, I have this pocket of time between when we drop the children off at their grandma house and me and Caitlin get home. And then I have between whatever that time is and 8:00 when I go back out and work for another 4 hours. I work 8 to midnight. You know what I'm saying? So my work day is kind of split up on Saturdays. So I have to fit in husband and wife time. I got to fit in yard work or whatever else needs to be done around the house. You know what I'm saying? And then try to like wind down from the week because I'm going 12 hours a day during the week. So really Sundays is like the only day I have off, but I do that on purpose because that's my time with the children. You know what I'm saying? Like we just max out all day. You know,
you just sit around pissed off on Sundays?
Do I sit around pissed off?
Yeah.
No, it's hard because I'm so used to ripping and running that like now sitting down is like, okay, I could be doing something that leads to money right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the hardest part for me on Sundays.
Jeez, my Sundays, I'm thinking about, damn, Mondays are right around the corner. Because you think, it's funny because, you know, Juneteenth was Friday and we're going to talk about football at some point, but
I mean,
stall me out.
Yeah.
You know, Juneteenth was Friday, so it was a holiday.
Yeah.
Mind you, the whole week, Monday, got off at 4 a.m. Tuesday, got off at 2:30. Wednesday, got off at 3. Thursday, got off at 4. And I started 7 a.m. every day, you know, with Kenan this, that, and third. So I'm on 2-3 hours of sleep. Why on Friday did the job decide they want to push the button and say everything's on time? On time and a half day. No. I'm here till 4 now because you guys kept me all week. I'm sleep deprived. I'm tired. I'm cranky. But now you're not going to pay me those extra 3 hours. Get up off them. But I left really fast. I had to get out of there because, you know, by that time I'm tired. I'm done. And Dank, trust me, he said, "Can you get me in the airport?" Can I get you in the airport?
I was just looking at that. Like,
yes,
that's your help right there.
But you won't like me after you get in the airport. Trust me. You won't like it.
Tell him why. Tell him why.
Well. Because as I just said, we're always short-staffed. Because right now the flights are always delayed because there's no end time. You're subject to a schedule that's by seniority. I'm number 1 in seniority, which allows me to do both jobs because that was my first job. What else is there? Obviously, there's a lot you have to know. The pay's not great. Why am I still doing it? Because I have 3 years till I can retire. 3 and a lot of change till I can retire, and then I get my benefits for life. So that's the only saving grace. I tell people right now, like, we don't get paid enough. Why are we always stuck here? Because you won't live here. This is it. This is your life. No lie. I lost a girlfriend behind the airport.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah. I remember that.
How many times you said, yo, you doing something? Yeah, I gotta go to work. I'm still at work. I'm not gonna make it because I'm here.
Yep.
Because it's just tragic. I mean, it's probably it becomes a part of you. It becomes something that you have to do when you do it, but it's not good for your health. It's not good at all for your health.
But you've always, and this is like, you've always been an inspiration to me over like how much you put into making sure you have what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I seeing that early on, like the Grand Prix you had.
Yeah.
Like that to me was like, yo, this dude pulled up in that. Yeah. And that was like my favorite car at the time. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, I was in this like transition period of, you know, my oldest son's mother had just told me, you know, when I get my life together, you know, then we can talk, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, fine, whatever. Well, it ain't gonna be you when I do get it together, right? So at that point in time, I was working 2 jobs and I stopped working one of the jobs. I think I was trying to talk to this girl at some point and I kept like calling off of work too many times, whatever. you know, so I was like, it was a real tumultuous time in my life. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm young, right?
Yeah.
Seeing you pull up in what you pulling up in, and like, remember the first time you stayed up overnight with us and we played Madden like literally all night?
Yeah, dude.
Like, seeing you be like, nah, I gotta go to work. I was like, oh, this dude punking out on us. But
I think you said that.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, but look what he riding in though, man. Like, that's the move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was like, for me, that was like, all right, maybe I need to do a little bit better.
Well, you know, the funny thing about that is I was the same. There wasn't a person per se I was looking at like that.
Yeah.
But it was an idea.
Okay.
And even at 42, I still got that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm way better than I was back then, but I still want to be this thing. And that I thought about it, and this is where I tie it in the football. I was listening to Tyler Dunn and Jim Manos talk about Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about how, you know, Josh in the playoffs is the best quarterback, blah, 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 whatever. And then they were talking about how, you know, as much pressure as people put on Josh to be great, nobody's got put more pressure on Josh than Josh. I'm like, so why we need to say that? You know,
right?
Because if you're great, you're a sole starter usually, and there's always an unattainable goal. It's not gonna keep you up at night unhealthy, health-wise, whatever. Right. But it's something you always strive to do. And once you stop striving, once that light goes off, it's time to hang it up. It's time to hang it up. You know, because then you're playing for a paycheck. Then you're playing because I have to. I don't want to do this anymore. And at 30 years old, I tell people now, even being 42, I tell people at 30 years old, this is the time of your life when you want to figure out what your career is going to be at 30. Because even at 25 years in, which is what most people put in, you're 55. And that's 25 years. That's it. You know, before that, you're figuring yourself out. 30, you're still kind of trying to figure, but you should start sitting down and trying to evaluate your life.
Yep.
And the beautiful thing about you, me, and Mel, especially back then, we all had this thing. It was something to us, but none of us had it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go forward to 40, you're doing that, you're doing this, I'm doing this. It's like, cool.
Yeah.
And we're role models in our own respective ways.
Yeah.
You know, I looked at you when you already had a kid, and I'm like,
it's not a role model.
No, it is, because I didn't know what I was getting into.
What do you mean?
You know, you had Junie and Mel had it, but I'm asked out with kids. I ain't got no kids. I'm like, I'm about to have something. Okay, he did it. I can do this.
Oh, you mean as far as like just figuring it out?
Yeah, figure out it can be done. You know, I'm leaning on you guys to do this thing. And that's the beautiful thing about when I was listening to, I'm tying this into Jim Manos and TD again, or Tyler Dunn again. Yeah, dang, yeah, the benefits are beautiful, but trust me, it's blood money.
I think he just want a job, bro. I think
if you want the benefits, you can try. We're open 21 hours a day, and you will work every one of those 21 hours at some point, especially from the bottom, because you're going to be lowest in seniority. I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but see, the thing is, people don't give it the actual factual anymore. When they come in and they get the job, they quit now because they're like, this ain't what they told me. They told me, no, I'm going to tell you the real.
Yeah.
And by telling you the real, if you jump in, somebody told you.
Yeah.
And you decided.
That's true.
But when I revert back to Tyler Dunn and Josh Allen and the kids, you're talking about how Josh said that whatever the baby's name is not going to be watching Coco Melon. Bruh, you are brand new to the game. Everything you say is not going to happen, because there's going to be a day where you're like, you know what? I can't right now. She won't shut up. Girl, right? Is that a daughter?
Yes.
She won't shut up. She's on a read. I don't know what to do. Haley's not here. I don't know what to do. I got to study my playbook here. And then you're going to be like, oh, man. Because why do I say this? Because I'm thinking when Ken was little, and, you know, and I had a PlayStation, and he used to play Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hell no, he ain't playing Grand Theft Auto. He's like 4.
Right.
And, you know, she snuck him in and he got hooked. But the thing was, when I noticed, he don't pay attention to nothing. He doesn't follow directions. He doesn't know dexterity. But now I'm seeing him learning stuff, learning streets, learning opposition, learning to follow directions, hearing stuff, verbal cues. I'm like, okay, but don't tell Aramis and his people, don't tell Mel and his people, don't tell grandma that you play these games. And he was excellent at it, dude, excellent. So I was like, all right, he can follow those directions too. But, you know, Coco Melon's not the worst thing. Caillou is, but I digress.
Yo, Caillou can
hate that little
suck.
boy.
Yo, that little dude. Yo, I want to punch him dead in the middle of the forehead every time I see him.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't.
You know, there's a Facebook group of parents that hate Caillou.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, there's a group of parents that hate Caillou, and I was like, Ken never really watched it. My mom was in the Caillou for some reson. She thought he was cute. I'm like, just watch Little Bill, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
just watch Little
Bill.
But yeah, you know, so it's funny, you know, when you're new to the game, you can't do this, and our kid won't do this, and we're doing this because we read Dr. Spock's book from back in the 80s, 70s, as you guys know, 60s even. But when it's real, when the bullets start flying for real, oh, you gonna do some stuff you never thought you would.
Yeah,
it's called survival.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, like the first 3, maybe. Yeah, if I say the first 3 years of a child's life, the parents are definitely in fight or flight mode most of the time. Because you go from making sure your baby's breathing all the time.
Oh man, that was the worst.
To now making sure that your baby is not choking on things, falling on something, touching something they're not supposed to touch, sticking something in a socket, like, you know, so you got to go to the store and you got to get the plugs that plug up all the sockets so that they can't stick anything in there. Like, it is literally you just in fight or flight mode the entire time trying to make sure that this baby is safe.
Yeah, Ken didn't care about sticking anything in any socket. He didn't care about hitting his head on the corners of anything. He used to snatch the things off and chew on them. Those little corner of plastic. He just snatched. They like, why are all my stuff? Why is it chipped? Because he snatched it off and he's chewing on it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
they don't care.
What?
It's something about being that age where you so much of your experience is just whatever you can experience.
Right.
Like, remember when I don't know if I told you about this, but Junie when he was, I think he was like 2 or 3 or something like that, and I got a call that he was at the hospital and he fell and hit his head on a coffee table or something like that, and he was bleeding from his forehead, right? And I think he still got the mark now to this day. But I went to the hospital. I rushed up there, and I guess he was running around the coffee table and fell and hit his head on a corner or something like that. And they put the glue over it, right? And we go up in there, and you know, they was getting ready to like, they brought him out. Right, they brought him out, and I guess they wanted us to hold on for seconds. You know, they were sending another doctor to check on him or something like that. I'm remembering this from like 20 some odd years ago.
That's right.
But basically, the dude, when I came in there, when he came out of the room, he just starts running around like nothing happened. Like literally leaking. Like, we waiting for the doctor to come out and take him in, leaking from the forehead, just running around like ain't nothing wrong. Like, these kids don't care about what, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless there's real serious pain, but he bleeding from the forehead, he ain't feeling it.
Yeah. No, see, when I did that, they stitched me up. I felt every bit of it. Yeah. I wish I had glue at some point. That stitching.
Yeah.
Whoo.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it up here too, but that didn't hurt. The one I had right here. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's different.
My daughter Allie, she was playing on a swing set in our backyard. And she used to not like wearing shoes out in the backyard until this happened too. She would go out there and swing and try to stop herself, like, you know how you try to put the brakes on from swinging, and you use your feet to well, I don't know why she curled her toes this way to try. Maybe she was trying to like claw the ground or grab the ground or something like that, and like tore her toenail off. Like, tore it to the point where they was like, look, we gonna glue it down,
right, so
that the skin under it can heal, but the nail gonna fall off.
Yeah, it's
just gonna fall off and it's gonna grow back, and at some point she gonna be all right.
Right. We can't say you in with
right. You know, so like, but even then it was like, it was painful for her, but once they glued it down, like, she was walking around like she was chilling. Like, but she was older, bro. Yeah, like, she wasn't even that young. I was like, wow, dude. It's amazing how resilient children are. It really, truly is. But yeah, shout out to fathers out there. I mean, you all have experienced exactly what we experienced, and you know, to some degree or another.
Yeah. I mean, this is part of the Father's Day package. So take with it what you will. Let's do a roll call real quick. We got Billy D, Code 45. We got Jay Ham, also known as Cuz Ham. We got Tommy in the building. We got Videsh in the building. We got Laura in the building. Dank, which we've already talked to, is in the building. Slim Nady in the building. Who else do we have?
Caitlin just texted me. It was $2,000 pot set.
not a see, that makes more sense. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I wanted to say 2,000, but like in my head, I was like, who's spending $2,000 on a pot set?
Oh, Sandra, welcome. I got one of those little Teflon saucers. It's like $35. So if you got a whole set, it's easy. Yeah. Easy. They have no word. You just because you said that, cuz we ain't doing it now. This football show is over. Okay, don't stop watching the show. We're just joking. But to answer somebody's question here, no, we did not sign a 5'5" wide receiver. I don't know where you got that from. That's crazy. He's 5'7". But
you see, Laura said, "Dang." Said a rocking horse spring popped off and scratched my forehead. Junk was leaking like mad. Surprise, Mom.
I did that at Super Duper. I pulled one of those Purdue scales down.
Super Duper, bro.
Yeah, the hook scratched me, and I went and hid under the cart. It was like Carrie all over the floor. Wow. And my mom ran over and popped me. I looked up. I was like, she's like, ah!
Yo, that's crazy.
Bro, Joe, what's going on with it? And Tommy, I wrestle with this. I wrestle with your post. If you want, you can throw your link in our chat. I don't know. I mean, if you want to tell what it is, do your thing. But I'll leave that for you to do. But if you want to throw your post in the chat, for your fundraiser, go ahead and do your thing.
GoFundMe. Yeah. Go ahead and post that in the chat.
Throw it in there. Things happen, and our brother from another mother's in a little bit of a bind right now, mostly because of his dog that he's not going to part with, which I understand. So he's asking for a little bit of assistance. He has a GoFundMe page so he can relocate with minimal stress and what he can. Tommy, I made it anonymous because me and you, brother. It wasn't for people to, I mean, I don't care if people know, but it wasn't for me to say, oh, PPP. No, it's just because I recognize and I respect. So, so can I get a what's up?
Brown Joel 3, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just did it, but Java Man was good with it. Kato.
Yeah.
Jubilee. Yeah. Jubilee. That's where I paid my Cricket phone bill.
Dang. I forgot I had a Cricket cell phone before.
I did. I think everybody pretty much did.
Oh, yeah, you had to.
Ken got a recorder. He started playing I Had a Tiger. And I laughed because I heard him play it already. We already heard him at school, but I said, I Had a Tiger, hit it. He's like, and I'm like, I just was like, because it sounded like a Nokia ringtone from back in 2000. Yeah, I had that ringtone. But yeah, no. To go back to, I know I'm all over the place, but I promise I'm going to get together. To go back to the 5'5" plus 2-inch Devin Tompkins. Yeah, they signed him, I think, June 11th.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. He's been with Tampa Bay's organization, Carolina's organization, Atlanta's organization. Now Buffalo is on practice squads on every stop. Injured wave settlement with Carolina, injured wave settlement with Tampa Bay, activated numerous times. So, I mean, he looks shifty. He looks pretty fast. But I mean, I think it's a camp buddy unless he really wows people. I think somebody said, another podcaster was talking about how this dude is a hidden gem. Whatever. I mean, he could be, but I'm not banking on it till I see it on the field with other team players. Not in Buffalo and controlled organizational constructs. I want to see him against some other team with DBs that don't care about him and are looking to hurt him.
I heard Bills Mafia's beacon of positivity, Dan Mitchell.
That's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to. That's who said it.
Yeah. So he put out another video today, I think it was, talking about Javon Solomon in the same fashion, right? Mm-hmm. This kind of, diamond in the rough. He may be one of those guys that pops out and surprises everybody. And now we got this stud on our team. And to that, I would say, I think to some degree, we need to kind of tone that down a little bit, because what you're doing at that point is you're setting expectations and you're setting a platform for disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
And not that I'm poo-pooing the idea of Javon Solomon being good in this defense. I think he will be good in this defense. But you have to think about it like this. When you come out as somebody who connects themselves to the team, goes to training camp and all that kind of stuff, and then you come out and you say specifically Javon Solomon could be that, he could be amazing in this defense and he could be a stud and this and that, and you hype these guys up, you're going to make fans forget that there are 4 guys in front of this dude that are going to be playing more significant snaps than he is.
Yeah.
And due to the money situation, it's not like they're going to forego those contracts and just trade those guys away because right. Javon Solomon happens to come on and establish himself as a great pass rusher in this defense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So from that standpoint, it's like, look, I want to be as positive as I possibly can be about this team going into the 2026 season. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sell false hope. Like, do I think this team can be great? Of course, there are a lot of factors that roll into there are a lot of factors that you can look at that would tell you this team should have a really good season, regardless of their record. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm not going to start coming out here and saying, like, I don't care what the schedule says. The Bills are going, 14-3 and we're this and that. Like, once you go that route, now you're just being positive for the sake of being positive. You're not even being rational anymore. Right.
And that's what I told my friend. He said, don't y'all do it what Mitchell does? I'm like, no, not really. I mean, the thing about Dan Mitchell, and this isn't even going to, talking about him in a negative light, is that I like to hedge my bets. With me, you're not going to see me go out there with a hot take or something like that, unless I know for certain, which you guys have never heard me hot take. If we hot take, we have 1,000+ views right now, because we had the thumbnails. This is why Myles Garrett will be in Buffalo next week or something like that. Right. But, and we all heard it, but the same, I'm like, no. And my friend's like, I've heard it. I heard it from, like, where'd you hear from? People were talking from who? Mr. Mitchell. I knew it. But that's the thing is, and then when you watch it, he's like, I'm excited. But then you see that and then it doesn't happen. It kind of deflates you. I'm trying to be that cushion for when it, and I hate to be the one to say it's not going to happen. I don't like being negative. It's not going to happen.
Right.
But I just try to hedge the bets and keep people realistic, and keep people positive while still truthful in what can happen. Because we all could say we have infinite money. We could say we have infinite whatever and kumbaya this thing, but it just doesn't work that way. Or else other teams would do it as well. It's not baseball. Sandra, chirp phones, just Motorola's to turn your phone backwards and talk to people in the intercom system. And dang, while I don't think there are any moral codes to this, I think you just it's fine. Thank you. And skedaddle, because you never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody knows but you and God. I don't think God will close the gates of heaven because you blasphemed on this one. There's worse things you could have did.
I mean, if you ever plan on having children, or if you've ever and that's the other thing too. Like, just because you're not a father doesn't mean that you haven't had that kind of an impact on the child.
Absolutely, that's a very good point. Because
you know what I mean?
We've all had uncles or whatever that have been there. Brothers or whatever that's been there, whether you're blood or not. And for that, yeah, you're that's why I call it Dad's Day.
Yep.
Because anybody can be a father.
Yep.
And most guys are fathers. Hey, where's your kid? I don't know. I got 12 of them. I can't keep. But dads may or may not be biological, may or may not be blood, may or may not even still be. But a dad is somebody that takes on a role as a empowering person, somebody that you can lean on when you need advice, somebody that's there to cheer for you. And that's what a dad is. And that's to be commended, because you can or cannot be a dad, but a father you have to be if you have a kid. You lay with a woman, you're a father.
That's it. Videsh says, who not going to be good in this new defense? I think that's kind of the point that I was really getting to, is the way that the coordinators and everybody else that's covering this team, talks about this defense. It really is. So much of the hype around this defense is, we're gonna accent guys' skill sets, and everybody's gonna be able to just read and react and play fast and all that kind of stuff. And it does make you feel like, well, who's not going to be good in this defense then? They're all NFL players. They're all going to beat somebody on any given week. They're all going to have a favorable matchup. Mm-hmm. And the hard part to come to grips with on that is, in the same way that this is going to sound negative, but I mean, I just got to keep it real. In the same way that we get hype about the mismatches that we create, there's going to be other teams that are thinking the same way about us. They're trying to create mismatches with their offense versus our defense too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So again, that's why this idea that the scheme was the only issue has been such an issue for you and I, because it's not just, transition to the 3-4 and play this hybrid defense that, acclimates to whatever the situation is and goes based on matchups, and any one guy on any given Sunday can blow up and be a superstar in that game. Okay, what does that mean for the way you sign free agents and draft players?
Right.
Does that mean that the players you have are going to be developed and better, or are you just putting these same caliber players? No disrespect, again, we're measuring NFL players according to these NFL players according to their peers, mm-hmm. right? Not to ourselves. Like, we're not sitting on the show thinking we can do better than any of these guys. Right. We know we can't. But to look at this team and say, like, okay, better scheme, better performance doesn't necessarily equal all of a sudden 11 all pro players. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, the hype that this scheme gets and the blame that Sean McDermott takes, again, I'm not trying to apologize for Sean McDermott, but he wasn't the only issue. Mm-hmm. And I'm really getting tired of all of these ancillary, breadcrumbs of Sean McDermott was the problem. And his scheme was the problem. Sean McDermott and his culture was the problem. Sean McDermott and how bad he coached in games at the end of games was the problem. All, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse and going back to that. But the bottom line is, part of the reason we seem like we're negative is because we hear all the hype and we're like, whoa, like, why? We don't have to be so high. We can think the best of the team, and we can think they're going to be good for sure. But to be on 11 the entire time, like, it's just, I prefer not to set myself up for disappointment in that fashion. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah, somebody asked, who do you think is going to be bad in the defense? And right away, somebody says TJ Sanders. Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. What did he do? Sadly, I do think he's going to be bad. I think Landon Jackson is going to be so much better in this defense than TJ Sanders.
If Landon Jackson's healthy, he'll be a lot better in this defense. He'll be a lot better. Landon Jackson is going to be somebody in his defense that I sat and I listened to Joe Brady's his interview with Matt Perino last week, and I thought to myself, I said, you know what, I'm done jumping on this dude. He hasn't had a chance to really prove himself. We see differences in how the team is run, good or bad, And the thing is, now you're looking at the talent that we have, and I had to do a little dive here. I said, and I had kind of a would you rather too. I said, would I rather have one 15-sack guy and some other ancillary pieces, or multiple 7-sack guys? And I said, 15 sacks, that's sexy. But what if I had 5 or 6 people that could get me 7 sacks a season? I mean, just 5 of them, and you scatter in a D. Alford sack or a Jalen Kilgore sack, or you scatter in Terrell Bernard sack. And it's like, okay, now you can do whatever you want with this defense, because offenses can't game plan for one person. This is everybody eats.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, there's 2 things here. The Bills had one guy last year who had more than 7 sacks, Gregory So. Whereas you look at where Leonard came from, he had 4 guys with more than 7 sacks. I'm like, there's a reason why that defense is so feared.
Right.
There's a reason why Atlanta was so feared. And I'm not here to say that their talent is better than our talent. The scheme is better than our scheme. But the thing is, I would like to, we all chase Myles Garrett. We chase Max Crosby. We wanted these things. It's like, but what if we really did everybody eats? What if we had Greg Rousseau with leading us to 7, 8, 9 sacks. And then we had 2 or 3 other guys with 8, 7 or 8 sacks. Offenses wouldn't know who's coming when.
Right.
They wouldn't know where to start. And it'd be so much confusion. It would make Jim Leonard's job so much easier if you had these guys firing on all cylinders. And you're not going to get your 15. You might not have an all-pro guy. You might not have that guy that just is on the cereal boxes across the nation on, not Jim Rohn. What's the guy's name? McAfee show. You might not have those guys, but that's fine. Then I went to the offense. I said, what about if we didn't get that 1,000-yard receiver? I said, what if we had 5 guys, 6 guys with 500 yards? What about that? Because if you look at everybody eats and those kind of numbers, you're cooking with something. Now, I look back and I said, when did the Bills have this? They had it one time, 2021. What did Josh Allen do in 2021? He had a great season. It wasn't his best season probably, but it was his best all-around season. He had his most rushing yardage that year. Why? Because the wide receiver took all the space. They opened the field immensely for Josh to run around. He had 763 yards rushing, 6 touchdowns. We didn't need the 15 touchdowns. And this is the point I'm trying to make when everybody I don't care. I want my quarterback to throw. And he had 4,300 yards passing that year. He had 37 touchdowns that year. Yes. But guess what? You had Diggs, you had Beasley, you had Davis, you had whoever else.
Right.
And we don't have to chase that 1A, but when you tell me everybody eats, that's the everybody eats I want. What Green Bay had, what we had before.
Yep.
Dayball's everybody eats. Give me that. Because it was funny because I was looking at Cleveland, and by the way, for you guys that hated the beginning of the show, the one person that matters to me in my life loved it. Thank you, Mama. She texted me while I was, But anyway,
Joel, I got you. Give me a second. Let me.
But yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Which question?
So it was this one up here. All right. So he says we need the season to start because Aramis hasn't had a meltdown session. Will the show have Aramis rant because McDummy is gone? Listen. It was not. I mean, go ahead and laugh it up. It's funny. My rants were not exclusive to Sean McDermott. I think at the time, with the knowledge that I had accumulated at that point, all arrows pointed at Sean McDermott being the problem. That's back when I thought that Sean McDermott was the guy deciding all the draft picks and, deciding everything for the team. You know what I'm saying? And then we find out afterwards that no, actually Brandon Beane was the guy choosing the players. They just happened to be in alignment, so to speak, with the culture that Sean McDermott established. And I don't want to kind of get into the weeds of why Brandon Beane was doing that, but I think at the end of the day, for me is listen, whoever earns the rant is going to get the rant. You do something stupid and you keep doing it and nobody calls it out, I'll be the first person to call it out. I think I've been very consistent in showing I don't care what a million people think about one person. If that person is wrong, but nobody wants to call it out, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Tommy said that. He said, I think it was up where you were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. He said,
here?
He said, I think, right there. Yep. Right there. I think Dan was going with is Leonard defense might unlock the true potential of some of these players like Solomon Group. Yeah, that's true. And I subscribe to that. I really do. I think I was one of the ones that really pounded the table early on when we first hired. I'm like, yes, I could see it when I really started talking about the mint and tight. And everybody's like, what the hell is he talking about? This mint tight. What is that? And I had to really research because this was my wheelhouse. Defense. Finally, Albert, you played defense too. Finally, it's our time. And I'm looking at where these guys fit. Russo, what he does. Landon Jackson, what he does. What Terrell Bernard's real role should be. What Dorian Williams can do. I'm looking at, the safeties and how they play in this system. And I'm visualizing this thing. And I'm like, yeah. And to J-Ham's point, everybody's equals no big names. I'm sorry, not J-Ham. Dink from medicine. Everybody eats equals no big names. That's fine. I don't need the big names. I need the big wins. I don't care who's here. I don't care who's doing what, as long as it's being done. No more excuses. No more he said, she said. No more, whatever the case may be. And
this is a big one. This is a big one for me. This is a big one for me.
You would?
Yeah, I think I would. So let me qualify that. Let me qualify that, right? Because I got to bring it even, right? If Cam Ward becomes MVP caliber quarterback, and we still over here throwing tunnel screens? Oh, bro. Oh, shut it down. Shut it all the way down, bro. I am crashing out on the show. I might flip tables around here. I'm through with it. Trust me when I tell you.
Ooh,
Trust me when I tell you.
Oh, that's something I might need to see then. Go Cam Ward. Let's see. Raul Joel said, I love this ranch. He made him and his wife crack up. But you were right. Okay. So let's see at least that. And
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Laura. I'm a very consistent ranter. I am.
He's a great debater. You know, and great show. We truly love it. Make that bell ring. Yes, indeed. Hit the damn like button, family. Exactly. We need more of that. We need more of that. You know, and that's what makes this show go. That's where I want to live right there. I don't care about nothing else but having a good time for these 2 hours before light kicks you in your butt.
Really quick before we get to the game.
Okay.
Because I think the game could take us to a lot of different conversations.
Oh, I can't wait.
The gray unis, bro. Did you see that mock-up
with the blue and the blue helmet?
And the blue helmet.
I just saw the blue helmet.
Yeah,
I saw the blue helmet.
That's why I brought it up.
Yes.
Do it, bro. With the stripe on the side, like that's it.
I just saw the blue helmet. I can wear. I just saw the blue helmet.
Tell me that doesn't look like a Giants helmet to some degree.
Probably, but I saw a blue helmet. Now Josh Allen's helmet has arrived. We had O.J. Simpson's helmet, Jim Kelly's helmet, Josh Allen's helmet.
Oh,
the new and approved Josh Allen helmet.
I'll give you this: if they could figure that out with something other than a gray uniform, I'm down.
Blue uniforms, yes. Speaking of which, did you before I go on this tangent? Very important, Roy. You the man of the hour. I heard you retired. You might not be watching, but if you are, I want to be where you are one day. So congratulations on the next part of your life. So back to my rant.
Okay. I was just going to say, I don't know what that guy is going to do other than,
mess with us, which is
pretty
cool.
much, yeah.
Which is cool. J. Ham is turning his Senke over here. He hates the gray unis. Dang it. Well, I don't care about the gray unis. Just give me the blue helmet.
I'm with you. You know what? Let's pull it up for those who haven't seen it. For those who haven't seen it, let me pull this thing up.
I said I'll be damned, and everybody's gonna complain about it. But guess what? You see what they did when they saw the Buffaloes at the stadium? Hey, but they suck. Oh, they're ugly. Like, it's always better in the picture.
Let me see here. Let's see if they got like
there it is. There it is.
All right, now let's bring that up.
It looks like something you make on Madden. It's something I made on Madden because you can't put the insignia on the side, so it's like.
You just be creating stuff out there.
You just put a red, like, good enough. Good enough.
All right, so we want to share that, and we're going to go to here. Bam. Okay. Share that, and let's go back here, and let's bring that up.
Wow.
Right. So, let me go here and blow this one up. All right, there it is. So this is what we're talking. Why is that not?
I don't know. They saw it for 3 seconds.
Oh, I got to share that. Okay, my bad. Let's remove this. Let's go here. Yep, stop that. And we're going to share this page. So another page ended up getting opened up when I clicked into that one. All right, so let's bring this up here. All right, there we go. That's what we're talking about. That's the uniform right there. Again, blue helmet is dope. The stripe on the side, like no buffalo around it, it's different. It's different, but it's not terrible, right? For me, it's this gray. I don't understand the gray. I'm Nickel City, maybe, but like literally, like who's doing nickels anymore? Like seriously, like we're done with pennies. We're probably gonna be done with change in general soon enough. You know what I'm saying? But what is this?
A gray uni. Look at this.
You don't give a damn about the gray. The blue helmet is all you care about right now.
Yeah, because I'm not buying a uniform anyway, so it's fine. I'm not going to
buy the helmet though.
Oh, I'm buying the helmet.
Going to TSC.
I'm going to Dixie get that helmet. I'll be front center.
He gonna be showing up at the airport full bore.
You still gotta wear helmets at the work. Just strap it on. I'm gonna change my face mask every day of the week too.
Oh my god!
And a pop-off button for the face mask. So I can change that up.
How in the world do you do it? Can you drive with the helmet on? No, I don't need to see my peripherals.
Don't
I
worry
just look
about it.
straight anyway.
The
Who
helmet.
cares?
You gotta get used to it. They tell you.
I got the little light on the side view mirrors to tell me if it's somebody
That's
there.
it. This. Yes. You're looking at the negatives from the neck up. Yes. Yes. Nobody see this coming. Nobody would see this coming.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do this, chat. Let's do this real quick.
SDB, chill out. Stall me out. He said, looks like a UFL team jersey. Don't care about the jersey. Focus on the positive, the neck up.
Let's improve this thing, right? Because I'm all for, like, take lemons and make lemonade, right? So, chat, give me a color that you think we could make this jersey that would make the whole thing so much better. Again, we got to keep the stripes. We got to keep the helmet. That's not changing. That stuff's not going to change. We can change like the number color, but I think most Bills uniforms are going to try to some degree to keep the stripes on the sleeve because that's just the history of Buffalo. I probably wouldn't do that. I might make the sleeve on the stripe reflect the stripe on the helmet. You know what I'm saying? Something that, maybe you put the horn there with the stripe going, kind of opening up on, going to the back of the sleeve or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of stuff I like to, just play around with, those type of ideas. But yeah, let us know in the chat, like, what color would you make that jersey?
Helmet.
Black. Thank you. I would definitely do black.
With that helmet though?
I would definitely do black.
Samtha,
Yeah.
don't do it. Don't you do it. Stall me out, Samtha. Stall me out.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. You focusing on the negative. Neck up.
Hey, but that's just what he said, all blue. Just do
all
all
right.
blue.
All blue.
I mean, all blue. Okay, can we get some white pants maybe then? Can we get some white pants? Blue helmet, blue jersey, like that's I mean, look, the Broncos do that.
I mean,
blue
like
helmet, blue jersey.
Like what they said though, the original color for the Bills was gray. They had their numbers on the side of the helmets. They were gray. I think it was blue numbers.
Were
too.
they really?
Yeah. Like this is.
So this ain't even. Why these alternate? See, look, okay. Now I'm starting to get frustrated.
You about to get a rant, y'all.
You like full on rant. Like this is, oh my God.
We did it, Joe.
Why is history so important to recapture? You got a damn photo. Just go back and look at it. Why do we need to see that now? The boomers are on their way out of office. Can the millennials get something new in this joint?
Yes.
I had one new idea happen in the 2000s, and it was the dark blue jerseys, and everybody hated them. Now when I look at those, I'm like, I wish we had something relatively close to that that's just different and far away from anything we have right now. I'm tired of having one of the oldest looking uniforms in the history of the NFL. Like literally every single time we've come out with a new jersey, it's looked older than everybody else's jersey, not named the Green Bay Packers. And even the Green Bay Packers throwback uniforms when they came out with the navy blue with those tan pants,
the Acme Packers.
Yeah, even that looked a little bit better than what the Bills have fielded for the last 20, 30 years.
But guess what? They had gray. But they didn't have the blue helmets though.
I'm about to turn your mic off, bro.
The helmets were gray. They didn't have these.
The helmets were gray?
The helmets were gray, I think, with blue numbers, I believe. They had gray jerseys, gray helmets, blue numbers. This must be like before the dawn of man. I don't even know when they did this.
Before they could even figure out what a color scheme was. This is
they just said we not doing leather no more, y'all.
It's unbelievable.
Pack it in. We not doing leather no more, y'all. Pack it in. But yeah, no, I would love to see something completely different. Just something completely. I mean, and that's why the gray jersey, I don't know if I like the red, white, and blue numbers. It's like they're still trying to pack it in and slide it past you somehow.
Thank you, bro.
So that part, okay. But I mean, it's because the sleeves, if I'm not mistaken, don't have any. Is that gray with the blue or is that red? It looks like it's. I don't know what that is.
What do you mean?
In the stripe, the sleeve stripes.
I think that's blue outline. Oh, wait.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, here?
Yeah, is that red or is that gray? I don't even know what that is.
No, so there's 2 blue stripes on the outside, and that middle stripe is red with blue outline.
Okay. All right. I mean,
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. It's blue with red outline. That's my mistake.
Yeah, honestly, so it's okay. So it's still gray, but it's got like a thin red line across it.
Basically.
Yeah, they really had to throw that in there really tough.
Like they just can't figure out anything outside of nostalgia.
Yeah, I mean, see, everybody in here, y'all part of the problem, man. Y'all stall me out with this red. Give me the blue helmets and take it where it is. 55,000 shades of gray.
Had to stick that in there, Sam.
Had to. Sam, stall me out. It's right. It's right. Trust me. Just we'll make this work with this helmet. Just make it work.
Yeah, I would like to see, and I would also like to see what the stripe in the middle is going to be. Because if you got the red and white, the red stripe with the white outline on the sides, what are you doing in the middle? Are you just leaving it plain? Are you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing with that?
Well, that's where you stalled me out because it's you could make that gray, but then the stripe, then the streak on the side is white and red, and the face mask is white. So you can make the face mask gray. And then you're talking about something to do with that white stripe because you don't really have enough white in the rest of the jersey to justify that even needing to be there. So that's where you might paint yourself into a corner.
Now you see what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. But I'm saying, my helmet has to be right.
Come on.
Because when I submit this to the coalition, they have to be like, he did his research. So our colors are red, white, and blue. But why do they have to be?
Because that's what they chose.
I mean,
logo is red, white, and blue. It's
like you said, back when you could have the logo and not have all those colors prominent in the jersey.
Okay, so do you remember when the Sabres first came out with the goat head logo and the red, silver, and black, and white?
Mm-hmm.
People were pissed,
of course, that
they changed the colors, they changed the logo, they hated it. And they voiced it so much so that like literally 2 years. I mean, I don't know exactly how long the time period was, but it felt like it was like literally 2 years, and they went right back to the yellow and the blue and gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved the black, the red, and the silver and the white. Like those are like 3 of my favorite colors. You know what I'm saying? So, like I think I'm 14, 15 at the time, and I'm loving the color scheme. I'm like, yo, stick with it. And they changed it right back. I'm like, for what? Because old people want you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 42, like I'm the old person now. Can you build something for me?
This is why we're yelling all the time. That's why we're angry. That's why we rant, because we're old. Rant on, brother. But Bro Joe, hey, he slipped that right on in there on the heels of Juneteenth. Black is beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, look, Sam, don't get me wrong. Like the blue and gold is nice, but I mean, damn, they even came out with a gold jersey, like an all gold jersey. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, gold and white.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Then they changed it. They changed it to slug. And they like,
right.
I mean, they can do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I like that's to me, that was a chance to do a study on how the city reacts to new things in general. And I think that's kind of been the case. If you look at like the renovation and stuff that's been like, all over the city, it's happening little by little in small, quiet spots. It's not taking the city by storm, happening all over the place.
Right.
Why? Because these people that come in and buy all this real estate, somebody who knows tells them, look, don't be trying to flip this stuff all quick. The city will tear you apart. They don't like change, bro.
Right.
They don't like, and that's where I think we get that kind of Midwest vibe from that I talked about on a couple of shows ago, where we're an East Coast city with a Midwest vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really like change like that. Just something about this city, like just keep it nostalgic, keep it on the history. And for those of us that know the history of the city and know how great this city used to be before another city opened up their waterway that happened to be bigger than ours, and they took all the business from us and kind of left us with our in our hands. Like, to me, that's like I don't want to build my identity off of that. I don't want to build my identity off of loss. You know what I mean? And it seems like the mantras of this city keep Buffalo a secret. All this other, like, it's designed around this idea of we lost, but we're overcoming that lost. Okay, well, then fully overcome it already. When is the fullness of that overcoming going to happen to where we can be dominant again?
Right.
We have all of the cool stuff that a city needs to have to be great. We're by the water. We have really beautiful fall seasons for football. We have extremely passionate fans that can take over any city we want. If we, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, if we really wanted to, we could take over any city.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So having all of that, just from a football perspective, not even from a civic perspective, just having that alone, it's like, yo, we could be so much bigger than we are if we just try to let the mentality change a little bit about what's acceptable in changing the color schemes or having a blue helmet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. While we were talking, Tommy hasn't had a good, he was right. He said it should come up with different jerseys and helmets, let the fans, all seasons decide. Sure, let them vote. I mean, that'd be cool because that's how we got the name in the first place. The name was decided in what was it, a grade school? I think it was. It was a contest. Ralph wasn't the name of the bill. Some kid did, and it stuck. What's the bill? It just makes sense.
It's a cowboy.
Yeah, and then they're like, no, it's not the Buffalo Bill. Cody, like, really? What is it? Well, it's this big animal, bison. Okay, so where'd that come from? I don't know. No. Like, okay, so we're Bills, whatever. But when we're who was it?
Wait, do you know why they changed the idea behind the name of the team?
No.
So the kid who named the Bills the Buffalo Bills, it was the Cowboy Buffalo Bill.
Was it?
That the team was named after, right? Initially, and then PC got involved, which is another thing we're gonna tap into. Political correctness got involved, and they had to they had to remove themselves or separate themselves from the idea of being connected to a cowboy that was infamous and raped women and did all these. You know what I'm saying? Like, Buffalo Bill wasn't no good dude. You know what I mean? And so to have an NFL team that's trying to make public dollars and mesh with the community. You can't be named after no cowboy that was robbing and stealing and killing and raping and doing all this. You know what I'm saying? So, well, on second thought, that we're actually named after, a buffalo, because the city's named after Buffalo. So we chose, the Bills, like the Bills on a buffalo. What kind of Bills does a buffalo have?
They had Bills there. Wouldn't you ever call a bison a bill? We'll get back to you.
Right. Boo! And then it goes to the
right, goes to the Lions and he knocks them off the table and run.
Right.
But yeah, no, who was it? Who was it? Where are we? I Rose said if they listened to the votes, McDermott would still be no, he wouldn't.
No,
he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Fans were done with him.
Yeah.
Fans were done with him.
Extremely done with him. I mean, I think if you look, if this would have been like 2 years ago, yeah, you might have had an issue with getting him out of there. You know what I'm saying? But like literally 3 years in a row of closed but no cigar.
Yeah, I mean, fans were done. A lot of fans after if you'd have pulled him right after 13 seconds, he'd have been long gone. Even before even I think he should have been. Yep. Because for me, those are teaching moments. That's the kind of thing I expect from Mr. Brady. I expect those kind of things, even though, I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know what? I'm listening to him talk. I'm giving him grace because people were tearing him in half about being broken after McDermott got fired. Why is that funny? I mean, people are like, oh, yeah, you have to say it. No, he didn't say why he was broken. He just said, I'm broken. What does that mean? I had my dream job. Maybe I wanted to be in Buffalo. Me and Josh have a rapport. I like James Cook. I like where we were going. And now my boss is fired, which means I'm uncertain. I don't know what to tell my wife. Where are we moving? I just said, I got kids. What are we going to do? What school are they going to? I'm broken because I'm scared. So, yes, he was broken, but it wasn't PC to say it was for things that people don't think about sometimes. So that was genuine. I was worried. Yeah. Anybody who's been a part of an acquisition of a company, you're like, what's next? Where's my check from? How long am I going to have this job? So when he got the job in Buffalo, he's like, sweet, I'm familiar with it. I know Bean knows me. I know Josh knows me. Pagula's sleeping on the couch with a nap in it. He don't care about me. So it's like, I can do this because my offense is relatively successful. I got my boy Jim Leonard over there. He's going to do his thing. We're going to be all right. Because he knows as long as he stays in the good graces of Bean, he should be okay. But, I heard on the radio earlier, Jim Leonard's going to, not Jim Leonard, Joe Brady's got 2 years to win a Super Bowl. That's a problem for me. Because when you're looking at a new coach that's never been there before, this is probably the worst scenario for him. Because you think he's going into on a team where he says it's day one. I know you, I respect the past, but it's day one. New culture, it's new culture, but you have to build fast within the culture that everybody's cultivated in. These guys are old. They're stuck in their ways. You know how we are at 42, 43, 44, 45 years old and on. This is how I know to prepare. This is what I'm doing. He said Brady was broken. Brady knew 100%. He had a shot. He knew he had a shot. Josh was in his corner. Bean was in his corner. And that's probably why he turned down the Saints job. He's like, I have a chance. I have a genuine shot here, and this is where I want to be. But going back to it, when he said this is day one, but the only problem is this. You don't have the grace that you think you do because you have a 30-year-old former MVP quarterback. You have a running back who nobody gave a shot to, except for me. A couple of people from day one that said, let him cook. A guy that now is the rushing champion, first off the heels. You have a defensive that's bringing in new people, a defensive coordinator who people are saying, this might be a head coach soon. You have a team that doesn't have money in 2027. So right now you got to strike while the iron's hot. You got to re-sign Osiris Torrance. You got to figure these things out. Mm-hmm. So your window is extremely short. You can't just go in here and say we're rebuilding or we're doing whatever like McDermott did when they happened upon a good record in 2024. You have to hit the ground running, and that's stress as you're learning and as you're growing. And that's why he cut his hair out because he's probably losing it already.
Yep.
But I mean, much respect to him. I hope he does it to death. I think we see a great awakening here, and I kind of like it. Because with Ray Davis coming out and saying, I'm a bell cow back. We've never heard that in the 9 years McDermott was here. Everybody kumbaya, hug me. I just wanted to help the team. Where they're like, damn it, I'm better than him. I deserve to be a bell cow. But see, now you said it. Now go prove it. Because what that does is this is third year, I think it is. If for whatever reason he explodes this year, he blows up, and we have James Cook doing James Cook things, and somebody offers you a trade piece for it, you just got capital. The guy that got hungry, a guy that's just out there showing people, I'm pissed off because I'm not getting what I deserve. I was all pro kickoff return, whatever. I'm a good running back too, and I'm platooning behind this guy with Ty Johnson and Frank Gore Jr. Yeah. Me and Cook are the same age. We're the same age. I should be getting the opportunity he has. There's 31 other teams out there that could use my services. I'm not staying here, but that anger is what pushes the guy ahead of you. Even though he's great, you're coming up behind him. He don't love me. He wants my job. Mm-hmm. He wants my spot. And the cultivation of the music they play at the off-season activities, the way CJ talks, he's saying curse words every 8 words. You got Keon Coleman who's cursing. You got these guys and it's not just about cursing. It's just about the relaxation process. And what I'm hoping is the relaxation process brings about a level of play where you're not thinking, you're just feeling. And you don't have to worry about micromanagement of McDermott because that's what he did. You don't have to worry about, is my job going to be taken because of one bad play? Because Joe Brady seems like the kind of guy, Jim Leonard seems like, I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to let you figure it out. We have to talk about it more in practice. We got to go over film, whatever. We're going to make you the best you in this organization. And I think Joe Brady, unlike McDermott, doesn't have favorites the way McDermott did. See, McDermott loved Josh. He loved Devin Singletary. No offense, Tommy, but he wouldn't pull these people off the field. When they mess up, he wouldn't pull them off the field. And, you get James Cook, who's showing dynamics, pull him off the field. Keon Coleman, you're late for meetings. McDermott don't want you. I just need a reason. There it is, late for meetings. You think he's the only person in the 9 years McDermott's been here has been late to meetings? No. But to me, he just didn't want him here. that wasn't his kind of player. So he's like, I need to come up with a reason why he's not playing.
Look, for me, I think that's a tough one. That's a tough one for me. I think when you're looking at, how can I say this? I don't know. I don't know. I can't figure out a right way to say that.
Yeah, I just think about Keon Coleman when it comes down to, we've seen, like, there's players out there where you hear about what they can do, but Keon, you've seen it. You've seen him and Tariq Woolen. You've seen him blocking whoever that was into the bench on the side. You've seen the tip catch in the Ravens game. You've seen him make these plays, but you got to figure out how to put it together. And I think what Brady's saying, you're lucky that I'm your coach now, it's on him if Coleman fails. It's on him, because I could have said, you know what, McDermott, you're right. Screw it. You don't want him. I don't want him. Get him out of here. Trade, whatever. But I fought for you. I fought for you draft day. You're still here, and is publicized that I wanted you more than anybody else here. I was the one. Pagula said it was McDermott. No, it was me. I was the guy. So now I am the guy. I'm going to make you great. And we've seen where Keon Coleman could get 1,000 yards. We've seen. So now it's for him to figure out how to put an offense together to wrap it around these players. That DJ Moore, you know what he is. But then you got Josh Palmer. You got Khalil Shakir, who's just itching to explode on the scene. But we're still waiting because of the capsule.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll say it like this. I think it really comes down to moments for Bills players, right? When we think about the beloved players here, all of the guys that we typically talk about are all the way back in the 90s. Like, we don't talk about Marshawn Lynch. We don't talk about Nate Clemens. We don't talk about Antoine Winfield or Jarris Byrd that had 9 interceptions. We don't talk about Eric Moulds. Nobody talks about Eric Moulds as like that dude. Nobody talks about Lee Evans, who was, one of the better, single threat wide receivers in the NFL.
Well, we know one person talk about Lee Evans.
Yeah, all the time. Had to have him on his team
every time,
no matter what. But yeah, when I say it comes down to moments, I'm thinking to a larger degree. I guess I'm asking the question, because I can't say I don't know for sure, but I'm asking the question: are the Bills coaching staff going to do what's necessary for Coleman to become what everybody thinks he can become?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about Coleman truly becoming this all-pro receiver, T. Higgins style guy who may not be fast, but he's big and physical and catches everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we think about in a bigger receiver that can be a number one. Keon Coleman has the skill set to do that.
Yeah. Right.
But are they going to feed him enough in order for him to become that game in and game out?
Right.
So that's why I'm thinking, like, it really, and this road for Bills players is so much harder than what Parker Washington went through in Jacksonville last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? BTJ goes down and Parker Washington is getting, the football thrown to him left and right, like targeted like crazy the rest of the season, to the point where they figure out, man, we can work with this guy. Let's sign him. Let's get him to a big deal. Keep him here. You know what I'm saying? Is Keon Coleman going to get that? I don't think so. Not here. There's too many other mouths to feed. There's too many other guys that are good enough to get targets in a game, to get open in a game, to make plays in a game.
Mm-hmm.
So Coleman is going to be stacked against all these guys. And what is his moment going to come to? Is it going to come to a 50-50 ball that he has to make happen? And if he doesn't, everybody's going to look at that and say, well, that's what we got him for, and he's not making the play. Like, I think that's unfair to the guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, that's the most frustrating part about it. Is I wanted to say it's BS, because the way that they talk about, well, you should be happy you have me. Really? Should I? Or should I be happy with a new guy coming in with a new system that's looking at all the players on the team and saying, all of y'all gonna have to figure out where y'all fit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you work it out and we can depend on you, we gonna feed you,
mm-hmm.
period. Because in most cases, on most teams, that's the way it works. You get a new coach in, new everything. Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not none of this. We want to keep continuity and we believe in Coleman. Like, let a new coach come in and say, hey, we're gonna give all these guys every opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever proves it, that's who we got. We got their back when they get our back.
Yeah, it reminds me of the show The Game. You know, Derwin, whatever his name was. He was drafted to this mythical NFL type team, pro team. And, you know, he was bench warmer. He was a rookie. He was nothing. And then for whatever reason, the coach they had got fired. His college coach becomes their new head coach. And now he blows up. Now he's having career numbers. He's having, you do this in the third. And I think those are the kind of things, like you said, a new guy to come in. It doesn't have to be for Keon. It could be for anybody. They come in and say, you know what? This is my guy. This is the one right here. Anybody that opposes me, this is him. You ain't got to ask some more questions. And Laura said, I don't think it's fair to, Laura, why you always got to be the moral compass here? She said, I think it's unfair to say unfairly. I didn't say unfairly. See, there's the word. No, but unfairly targeted Keon, but no other players are doing the same. We don't know that. I know that. And that's what I'm saying. We don't know, but are you telling me right now that he's the only one? Because that goes into your point. Keon Coleman couldn't have been the only person that was ever late to practices.
Couldn't have been.
But why is it that's the one we hear about? How many people have you heard be disciplined by McDermott? Marcel Darius. Maybe Jerry Hughes when they were drag racing. That was before Sean McDermott, I think. So who else was disciplined by McDermott? So after Marcel Darius to Keon Coleman, there was nobody? Nobody? So that's peculiar to me. Like, and the thing is, why is it peculiar? See, this is the thing. Why is it peculiar to say we didn't want Keon? Who's we? Because the only person that's not there anymore is the head coach. Everybody else that was there is still here. So by deducing that means that Brady was the only one, I guess, that wanted him. Bean comes in and says, I wanted him. But the guy that's not here anymore and the guy that's been replaced has his replacement say, you're lucky I'm your coach. He knows something. Why is it that he's lucky I'm his coach now? Why was he not lucky when I was offensive coordinator? Because I was being overruled. I wanted to play you. I wanted to sweep it under the rug. But he said no, because we got to make an example out of you. Why? It wasn't like Keon Coleman was like this dude among dudes that just could do no wrong and just was a pariah. It was just the fact that I just need a reason.
Right.
You got to prove yourself because I don't believe in you. To me, that's what it says.
Really quick, I wanted to get to.
And we got to get to your game too.
Okay. Oh yeah, we getting short on time, man. Okay.
I didn't think I thought we weren't gonna have any material, but as always,
it never matters, bro.
It doesn't.
It never matters.
I don't even think I looked at my notes like that.
J Ham says, to be frank though, he got a lot of targets near the beginning of the season though, and that was coming from, where is it?
Was that Coleman?
Yeah, Coleman.
I mean,
okay.
Game 1, yeah.
Right, and that's kind of what I was looking at. So if you look at his targets per game on, and I just went through the average. I don't have like the actual rundown of how many targets per game. But in 2024, he had 57 targets in 13 games. That's 4.3 targets a game. If you go to last year, he had 59 targets, only 2 more than the year before in 13 games. That's 4.5 targets per game. Mm-hmm. 4 targets a game is wide receiver 3 money.
Yeah.
Like that's what 4 targets a game is. Like that's not even wide receiver 2 money.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm saying money, but I mean targets like that. To me, like the more you make, the more the team targets you. That's why I'm saying it like that.
Which season are you looking at?
24 and 25.
Okay.
You got him by game?
I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Give me a second.
Yeah. So I guess I'm saying that to say he got a lot of targets near the beginning of the season. Yeah, but once he was late again, that all went away. And I mean, we saw the impact that he had when he was targeted. I think the first game of the season, he was targeted 7 times in that game?
The first game of 20
last year.
20 no,
in the Ravens
he had 11 targets in the Ravens game.
11 targets.
11 targets. In week 2 he had 4, week 3 he had 4, week 4 he had 4, week 5 he had 7, week 6 he had 6, week 8 he had 4, 2 in week 9, 8 in week 10, 3 in week 13, 3 in week 14, 0 in week 15, 4, 1, 3. So he never was targeted. Was never targeted.
Like 4 or 5 times where he had more than 5 targets in a game.
Yeah.
But the biggest game he had was the Ravens game, over 100 yards. And I think he had a touchdown in that game too. Yep. So, look, every player in the NFL is efficient in that way. Like, not many players in the NFL are as efficient as Shakir is, where, you know, tunnel screens and he gets you a bunch of yards. Like, not every player can do that. But when you have a guy like Coleman, you are going to have to play the volume game. You're going to have to get him 11 targets a game if you want him to put up over 100 yards and a touchdown every game. How many targets do you think T. Higgins gets a game?
Look it up. It's going to be a lot more than that because they only have 2 guys.
Right. So, but that's kind of my point. When you have guys that you can depend on to target that many times, you don't need a ton of them. Yeah. It turns out, money-wise, you can get by with 2. You know what I'm saying? 2, and then get yourself a good tight end that you can throw to over the middle. You can throw to the running back underneath, and then all of a sudden, you don't need to worry about paying a slot receiver big money.
But you want to know what's funny?
What's that?
Keon Coleman last year was the second highest targets per game
on the team.
Yep, behind Khalil Shakir. Khalil Shakir 5.9, Keon Coleman 4.5.
Ain't that something? With what, 400 some odd yards of receiving?
Who's that? Keon
Coleman.
Hold on a second. Let me get off yards per game because we know that's depressing. Let's see. Yeah, he had 404 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yep,
it's crazy.
So I mean, I don't know if you know, if we're saying he has to get more, he has to earn the targets for sure. But you know, why is he not targeted? Because of whatever scheme they were running, he was not conducive to him getting the targets. It just wasn't. It wasn't conducive to him getting open. It wasn't conducive to a lot of things that you need to have a guy like that go. And especially when Khalil Shakir's eating up all the target, all the jet sweeps or all the tunnel screens. But you know what? I mean, we don't talk enough about Keon Coleman and his deficiency. We don't talk enough about Keon Coleman and his failure to get to the meetings. But what we're not talking about, what we need to start talking about is Mike High Tech.
Absolutely.
Why? Because Mike Tech, I'm not going to say it. When you're talking about old electronics that became furniture, give him a shot. He can fix it. When you're talking about a video game console that you really want to play again, give him a shot. He can fix it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's going to come to you at all times. He might say, bring it over. He might say, I'll meet you somewhere. He might say, I'll order the part and then we'll let the chips fall where they may. But you can't go wrong with Mike High Tech. You can't go wrong. You see the website right there. The website's in our description. Use it for anything that you have that's not working that you wish it was.
Straight like that?
Straight like that.
Who is Crazy Eddie? Steve says Keon's problem is that a good wide receiver needs speed, route running, and great hands, and Coleman is not any of those traits. Why is he here? Why did we draft him? Go ask GM Genius. I mean, look, I'm not at a place yet where I can say he's a bad receiver. I mean, Michael Thomas was thought to be a lot of the same stuff, and the Saints turned him into a household name. So the NFL is funny like that. Like a guy that looks like he has no talent whatsoever can be put in a position to be great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've seen it time and time again on other teams, which it's the funniest thing in life how the Bills, like, you know what? No, I'm sorry. I'll give you prime example. Jason Peters was a guy that nobody thought had any kind of talent. He was an undrafted free agent. We brought him in here, turned him into a left tackle, and all of a sudden the guy is an all-pro, superstar, stud, Hall of Fame left tackle.
One of the greatest to ever do it.
Right. Yep. I like this point. Albert says, why was Keon not targeted? Almost like Allen will not throw a ball in a tight window. Y'all, we got a wide receiver 1. We don't have to change anything for this failure. That last part I don't agree with, but the first half of that comment I do agree with. Let's bring that back up. The part where you say almost like Allen will not throw a ball in a tight window is absolutely right. He just won't. Like realistically, that's I think a lot of that had to do with who the head coach was. He didn't want to see the gunslinger in Josh Allen. He wanted to see the efficient Drew Brees-esque type of passer in Josh Allen. So there has to be this, carburetor on Josh to kind of, keep him below a certain speed so that he's not throwing the ball in super tight windows and it maybe gets tipped and intercepted or just flat out intercepted because the receiver is reading the wrong route. Gabe Davis. So to me, like those are the things that I think kept, Josh Allen from doing that, because when you think about Josh Allen's game as a gunslinger, why wouldn't he just sling it? Why wouldn't he just throw it? You know what I'm saying? But again, we don't know that was something that was, coached out of Josh. So we can't say with all certainty that was the case.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the game. Just making sure we don't have any questions in the comments here. Who? Mike Williams?
Yeah.
The receiver or the tackle?
No, the tackle, the one we had.
He was terrible.
Yeah. You just mentioned Jason Peters, the tight end I cried about when he left. Remember Mike Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to recant. I don't recant that when we have Deion Dawkins replacement in here. We're like, what is this? What is this?
J-Ham, yes, you are wrong. Look, I think Keon. Again, I've met Keon. I've had a chance to sit down and talk with Keon and hear him talk about ball and the way that he processes the game. Like I believe in my heart of hearts that if given the true opportunity that every receiver should get in the NFL to prove themselves and get targets that align with, we're going to give you an opportunity to prove yourself, Keon Coleman can show himself to be at the very best T. Higgins, at the very worst freaking Mac Hollins,
which I'll take.
Yes, that's what you know what I'm saying. Like again, Mac Hollins was great here. Why? Because he was put in a position to be successful, not because he was the best route runner on the team.
Right.
He had 6 touchdowns. Why? Because he kept finding ways to get opportunities from this team. What? Well, how did he get that? It wasn't because he was breaking off the route or breaking off of his responsibilities. It's because he was doing what he was told within the offense. Simple as that.
Yeah. So
that's where I land on Keon Coleman. I think he can be a wide receiver 1 if given the true opportunity to do so in the right scheme. And that's really any NFL player in the league. If given the right opportunity and scheme, any player in the NFL can be great because they're all the best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they make it to the league.
Yeah.
Some guys wash out. Sure. They can go to the XFL or USFL, whatever the case is. But if you're still in the NFL and you're playing and you were drafted high like he was, like we've seen some egregiously bad players. Keon is not one of them.
No.
And not in my opinion.
No, not to me either.
All right. It is 6:59. Let's go ahead and have some fun here. We've been too negative for too long.
I think this is a good show.
No, I agree. I'm just, giving the people what they like to hear. So this game called Either Or. And, forgive me on the title. I'll come up with something a little bit better, but
it's fine. Either or is good.
All right. So I have several instances here of what would you take, and chat, go nuts. You tell me where you would land on it. Damn, John.
I know.
Keon is a punk, regardless of talent or no talent, immature punk, and better when he's off the field. I don't think we were better when Keon was not on the field. I think the numbers would show that, especially when Keon was hurt and we transitioned our offense and had to do something different because we didn't have another guy like Keon to go out there and do what he was doing.
Keon must have to slap box him or something. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe. Look, to everybody who hates Keon, whatever reason you hate Keon, sure, go for it.
Jesus.
I disagree. All right. Here's the first scenario. Y'all ready? Again, tell me which y'all would prefer. So the first option is a Super Bowl ring and then I'm going to give you the scenario. Okay? Let's start with this one. Would you take a Super Bowl ring or 14 win seasons for life and the Bills are the most feared team in the league?
Give me the ring.
All right,
14 wins? That means we're going to the playoffs every year and just never go to Super Bowl. That's possibly the worst thing that can happen.
We're a good team. We're a good team.
No.
We'll never be a bad team.
No.
We will never have to worry about 3-win seasons. We'll never have to worry about 7-9 or 7-10.
I would have 7-9 at some point before it decides 14-3 every year. Oh
my gosh! All right. This one might. This one, I don't know if this one's gonna be tempting to you. There may be some of you out there watching that this may be tempting to. Okay, here we go.
I'm just one man. It's okay.
Would you take a Super Bowl ring or Tom Brady is convicted of sports betting on NFL games he played in and stripped of all his championships, and Gronk publicly admits that his dad forced him to not ask for a trade to the Bills?
That was vague. Give me the ring.
Give me the ring. Of course. You don't even care about the Patriots rivalry.
No.
You have no clue
that was
about
on
what
us.
Right. Of course. Yep. Super Bowl. Yeah, the folks are all about that ring. Okay. Here's another one. Tell me if you would take this. A Super Bowl ring or President Trump officially announces a new 4-day work week for America and in the same press conference gets arrested on live TV for his involvement on the island, and somebody randomly slingshots a marble hitting him in the balls while he's being perp walked out of the White House. Would you take that or a Super Bowl?
Damn. Give me the
off the top, bro. This is all off the top.
4-day work week with all the other stuff. Because if I did, my mom would kill me.
Okay.
Jesus,
I think
the marble was a sweetener, though.
Yeah,
the marble was a sweetener.
I figured that would be the case, because the perp walk is never enough. You want to see pain happen. You know what I'm saying? Oh. A marble, though, is crazy.
And they said I give a Super Bowl up for that. And I get to work one less day, too. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Okay. This one is a little more serious. Would you take a Super Bowl ring or a time machine that can only take you back to the moment Dave Chappelle quit the show and you're able to talk him out of it?
You said this is serious.
It's an important part of our culture.
I think I'm gonna take the Super Bowl.
Okay, take the Super Bowl. Okay, and this is my last one. A Super Bowl ring, actually second to last. Sorry. A Super Bowl ring or
marble. Why does this happen? Oh boy. Okay.
Oh my gosh. No Bones is time traveling play haters.
Okay,
that would be great.
Hate. Yeah.
That would be great.
Oh.
Okay, a Super Bowl ring or completely getting rid of political correctness. PC is just gone. It's off the table. You can say what you want to say. Now, here's the deal. This does not mean open racism or bigotry. Everyone is just respectful and understanding of others and their situations. Empathy reigns supreme. Would you take that in the world or a Super Bowl ring?
Haters going, hey, give me the ring. Give me the ring.
Okay. Oh, Laura's gonna hate me.
Give us some. Y'all throw some more at us. I like this. Throw some more at us. If you got some.
Listen, if y'all watching, if y'all got some scenarios, Steve just gave us one. What did he say? He said, here's a tough one. Super Bowl ring or McDermott being humiliated every day on every channel. That's tough.
Give me the ring.
I think I'll take the ring over that one.
McDermott, go on, give me the ring.
Yeah, I don't need that one. All right, a Super Bowl ring or your bro's rap career finally takes off and you're about to go on tour with him.
Oh boy. Why am I going on tour? But anyway, give me the ring.
You would take the ring over going on tour?
I don't do anything musical.
You don't have to. You're just going on tour with him.
I'm just going on tour with my
He's paying you to be a hype man. You're just standing on stage saying, what?
I'm doing that here for free.
You can't get paid sitting at home.
This is fun doing this right now. Drinking water, being a hype man. Yes.
Super Bowl ring. Okay, so here's where I'm going to piss Laura off. We just went through these scenarios, and you literally said, basically, only one of those scenarios, you wouldn't take a Super Bowl ring.
I got to see the marble, man.
Okay, and now I'm gonna go through everybody's answer here, right? Let me see. Let's start from the beginning. Tommy says Super Bowl ring. John says Super Bowl ring. Billy D says Super Bowl ring. Laura says Super Bowl multiple times. Tommy said it multiple times. Jay Ham said ring multiple times.
That's the only one that got you, the 4-day work weekend and getting hit in the balls with a marble.
Getting arrested live on TV, all of that. Yeah.
I mean, if we could get the ball, I would pay pay-per-view for that. Oh. Just gotta be a sniper too.
This dude's right like, hold my beer and climbs up in a tree with a slingshot and pow!
It's gotta be both balls though, not just one.
Oh yeah, hits him right in the middle of the sack.
Equally.
Yeah.
Pow!
Rings both of those bills. This is terrible. I hope my
we're
children
canceled.
Are
It's fine.
This. Yeah, this is bad. So here's what's interesting about this.
Uh-huh.
We all of all these scenarios that kind of rank, and you can rank them on however important they are to you. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
Making money to go on tour with your friend who just got a rap career. Nope. Give me the Super Bowl. Getting rid of PC in the world, a Super Bowl ring. Give me that. The Trump situation is the only one where I feel like most people will be like, yeah, I'll take that instead. But Sean McDermott, did I do this one? No. Okay. Would you take a Super Bowl ring or Sean McDermott openly admits exactly what happened during 13 seconds in a press conference and publicly apologizes to Buffalo for ruining Josh Allen's career with that game?
Ring it.
Okay.
Yeah. I got one.
Sure.
This is the tough one. This is going to be very divisive. Super Bowl ring or Super Bowl ring, but Josh Allen doesn't play in the Super Bowl. So it'd be like,
we talked about that before.
But I know. Because I know some people are like, I got to get a ring for Josh. If Josh isn't part of the team, Super Bowl ring or Josh is not part of the team and you win a Super Bowl.
Wait, so Josh is traded to another team, but
he's just not traded. He's just not part of the team.
So
anymore.
He's not even on the team.
Not even on the team.
Oof. Josh is not on the team, but we win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I think a lot of people can be like, no, we gotta have Josh.
No, I don't need.
I gotta have that ring. I don't care who it is. Give me the ring.
Again, that should make it clear. Like, I love the team. I'm not here for Josh Allen. Like, he's a good dude. Be good, do good, all that. Perfect.
Dorothy's gonna kill me later, but that's fine.
It won't feel right. Jay Ham said it won't feel right. Maybe because you bonded with Josh. That's fair. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
What the heck?
Oh,
why
snap.
isn't that going off?
Oh, snap.
I can't get it to go off. I can't even get it down.
What you doing, bro?
I don't know. It won't even go down.
You was just at the house bumping that, wasn't you?
Yeah,
buddy.
Duran Bernard. Sam's vibe. Great song. Listen to the words. You're like, it's not what I thought it was. But yeah.
It sounds like some bum and grind
music. It does, but it does. It knocks in the car too. Speaking of knocking in the car real quick. Tommy, yo, intro music. That bass is kicking, my boy. I can't afford more speakers. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, yeah. So, I think that's the divisive thing. People bond with Josh, and it just doesn't feel right. It's got to be. You got to. Okay, Super Bowl, or Josh Allen's on the team, but he doesn't play in the Super Bowl.
Wait, say it.
So Super Bowl or Josh Allen's on the team, but he doesn't play in the Super Bowl, and we win. So
I think then people would be all right with that. I think it's him not being on the team at all.
But what if it was Kyle Allen that won the Super Bowl MVP?
Oh my God! If we had a Nick Foles situation here where Kyle Allen just blossomed out of nowhere and turned into freaking Sam Darnold, would I take that Super Bowl? Boy, this show would be so good during that kind of juice.
It would.
Like that kind of controversy, that would be great to talk about.
Because the national media would say Josh Allen couldn't get it done. For as great as he is, he couldn't get it done.
And then here comes Kyle Allen. Do we trade Josh and get what we can for him?
Right.
Oh, I still feel like people would be too loyal to Josh.
I do too. And that's the thing, like, I don't like Kyle Allen.
Yep. And then it becomes a conversation about results.
Yeah.
Right? Real quick, Brow Joe says Super Bowl ring or have the most money in the world forever, you and your family.
No, I'll take the ring.
Oh, give me the money all day.
Well, I mean,
I don't need. Listen, if I have the most money in the world forever, me and my family, I will go buy a team and chase my own championship.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that. You know, it's one of those deals where it's like you can give somebody a fish or you can show them how to fish. If I can get enough to get me started, I can figure out how to make enough money to do, you know, what I need to do.
Yeah.
But Super Bowl would be pretty sweet. You're pretty sweet. I don't need $1 trillion. If I had $1 trillion, like, what am I going to do with it? I'm just going to sit on this.
The lazy person in me is like, give me the money. I will pay somebody to show me what all the tricks about, you know, tax evasion and all that kind of stuff. Like, I will pay somebody to show me all that.
Yeah, you can pay that off.
Easy. If you watch the PPP members,
you cut them already.
You see,
You didn't watch it, but you cut him, didn't you?
I don't want to ruin it. Oh, I did him dirty.
I didn't even watch.
Oh, I did him so dirty.
Was it Keyshawn did Vince Young dirty, or was it worse? Remember when I took Vince Young, put him with the half cage, and I had him with the visor and the neck roll and the elbow pads?
I disrespected him so bad. I did. I think it might be worse. Yeah, you had him looking funny on the field, but he was. And I don't want to ruin it either. Man, I can't.
He just was. Yeah, it's fine.
It was bad. It was bad.
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, again, our membership is only like $2, but you get access to a lot of different stuff. I just started our new server for our fantasy football league. That's going to be opening up soon. So if anybody's out there, I moved it up to a 14 team league. It used to be 10. That's free to join. It doesn't cost you anything, even to get into the server. That doesn't cost you anything. Our football league and our Discord chat for that, absolutely free. So if you want in on that, hit us up. Our email is in the description of this video, and we'll be able to, send you the invite, get you involved in that. I do have a trophy chain that I'm getting this year for the winner, and we'll just do that every year. Either we'll do like a trophy or a chain, a champ chain or something like that.
Are we sticking with the same rule we had before, where the winner gets to change the rule?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I did switch it from a redraft league to a keeper.
Good.
So shout out to everybody who's already in the league. Make sure you get in there and choose all your keepers and select that. I haven't set a date yet for when that needs to be done by, but that'll be coming up soon.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have access to the supply of Ree's tea all like that.
What are you talking about? Super Bowl or lifetime supply of Ree's tea?
Ooh. Ooh.
You be hydrated.
Ooh. A lifetime supply of Ree's tea or a Super Bowl? Man, that's a tough one.
And bro, Joel said the same thing.
One.
Lifetime supply.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Shout out
that
to
happened.
Lino TV. Where's my? Appreciate that, bro. Said, is it true you made a bet with Tommy that the Bills won't win the Super Bowl this year or next year? If so, can you break it down? Yeah. So the bet is I'm betting that the Bills will not do enough to win a Super Bowl, right? And the way that works is if the Bills do win the Super Bowl within the next 2 years, I have to go on Tommy's show and admit that I was wrong and give everybody, their props. So it might just be Brandon Beane at that point that, he might want me to give props to. And then same thing, vice versa. If the Bills do not win the Super Bowl in the next 2 years, Tommy has to come on this show and admit that maybe there is something wrong with the way that Brandon Beane has been running the show. All of that is really just built around the idea that, based on what we've seen Brandon Beane do and the investigation and information that, multiple people have started to bring out about exactly what Sean McDermott's role was and how that kind of shined a light on what Brandon Beane's role has been the entire time. That kind of led us to believe that Brandon Beane has been just as much of a problem as Sean McDermott, maybe to a lesser degree because we don't see it as much as we saw Sean McDermott's faults and failures on the field and affecting games and all that kind of stuff. So that was kind of the debate that started the bet, but that's where that comes from. It's not me hoping that the Bills don't lose. I hope I'm wrong. I've said it multiple times. I hope I do have to go on Tommy's show in the next 2 years and admit that I was wrong. I'm looking forward to it.
And the thing about the caveat you didn't add in there was the fact that you made the bet before all the research and all the, all the revelation that you come about. So,
yes.
Yeah. So
we made the bet. We made the bet back in. This would have been like 2 or 3 weeks right after Sean McDermott was fired. So all the info that came out about Sean McDermott's role and all that kind of stuff didn't come out until like April. You know what I'm saying? So it was. Oh, okay. All right. Says I agree with you because not a Bean guy. Yeah. Look, I think for where the team was when Sean and Bean first got here, they did a wonderful job of turning things around. As soon as we got to 2021, or I'm sorry, the end of 2021, so that offseason between 21 and 22 where we did the Von Miller signing.
Right.
To me, that's what ruined all of it. Because not only did we just have 13 seconds, but now you go and you try to you know what? Now that I think about it, it does kind of seem Beans give you gas. Yes, they do. It does kind of like, tell me if I'm wrong. Does it kind of seem now, looking back at the Von Miller signing, like we need to get rid of the stink of 13 seconds? So we're going to go out and sign the biggest name we can find to the biggest amount of money that we can find so that becomes the new focus.
Yeah, probably.
It makes sense to me. I mean, yeah. There may have been other motivations to the signing, but kind of knowing and realizing that Brandon Beane has always been a marketing guy, it's got to be easy for him to figure these things out. Well, we'll just sway public opinion with the big signing.
Yep. And that makes sense. He thought they were going to get us when they said, "Oh, this is a rebuilding year," and they ended up going like 13 wins for whatever it was. And it's like, So I think that's why when I asked the question, Super Bowl without Josh playing. And you have that opens up a whole new can. How do you market that? How does Bean get out of that ire? Because you're talking about the guy spent, market money on, life-changing money on, team-changing money on,
right,
generational wealth. And he didn't even win us a Super Bowl, the one we've been looking for the last 60 years. The guy that we put all our hopes and dreams in didn't win us a bowl. At that point, does he go to the Hall of Fame? You think about it, because if he doesn't win a Super Bowl on his own, it's like, yeah, he was great, but it took his backup to win the Super Bowl, not him.
Right.
It screws your whole resume up. And I got a couple angry texts, so I'll just read these off. My mom said that I'm obsessed because she said the most money, key, get a whole team up for that. No, I will not. Mom, no.
I said the same thing.
I know you did. That's why you're her favorite son. But I don't know. I think for me, after a certain threshold of money, it's like I don't even need anymore. But to say we had a Super Bowl in our city, because I'm thinking about the way the Knicks are celebrating. I'm pissed off because I don't like the Knicks. Anybody knows me knows I hate the Knicks.
Does not.
I can't stand them.
You can't say anything nice about the Knicks or his whole demeanor changes.
It's to the point where I would, if that team wasn't a different, if those players were together on a different, I'd be like, all right, cool, yeah.
Yeah, you would like,
put the Knicks against them.
And first year head coach won a championship in his first year
with the team. And I mean, a guy that's got cast off, fired by LeBron. This, that, and that. Big ups to LeBron. You're about to be a grandfather. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
Bronny just revealed he's expecting.
Wow.
But I mean, to feel that joy, because we already have enough pride in this city, especially the ones that live here. I'm not gonna poo-poo people that don't, but the people that live here, think about the feather in your cap, the alpha and omega, the end of it all. When you can say this little city that everybody said sucked, this little city that everybody said is not where you want to live, won a championship. That's worth so much to me. That's worth so much, because then the eyes come to the city. Then people would say, what's in Buffalo? Let me see what's up with that. Then you have no choice but to say, what are they doing over there? We get players, we get jobs, because you get marketing.
Yep.
Now my son can get a job in Buffalo because guess what? There are jobs now.
Yep.
It's the smallest things that impact so much. Mom is being me, but mom is being mom. I'm being dad, because I'm thinking I'm here. Whatever from here on out is what it is. But my son is 9 years old. I would like for him to have the easiest possible path to whatever he wants to do. And something as dumb as a Super Bowl by the Bills, a Stanley Cup by the Sabres won't really do as much, but the Bills would change a lot of things. And I really want to find out what it feels like to win. I mean, the Nuggets won, cool. I spent 3 months there, cool, but that's not home. That's not home. Everybody doesn't associate Key with Denver unless you know me in basketball. You associate Key with Buffalo. That's where he's from. The accent, the way he is, the way he acts, that's Buffalo.
Now I want everybody to take that thought right there, that whole entire sentiment, and add this to it, right? And I'll make my point that I thought Laura was going to be pissed off at. So we just played this game of a Super Bowl ring, and take Keyshawn's sentiment and take all of everything that we just talked about for the last 30 minutes or 20 minutes rather into consideration, right? And then include this thought into that. When we first started this show and we started talking about what the focus of the team is and how everything has been about culture and everything has been about consistent winning, and we compared that to the words of the owner at the very beginning of him owning the team, saying he wants to bring multiple championships here, and how we're not really seeing moves that directly lead to championships like we're seeing other teams make, right? And we still get poo-pooed on for making our case about how a lot of these moves don't really give you a lot of confidence that they're going to equal championships. But as I just heard Dan Mitchell say today, the people's freaking beacon of positivity say, well, Javon Solomon could be this, and we don't know, but we're just going to roll the dice. Like, he said that on his video. Mm-hmm. And that's everybody that's on his side of this positivity wave. Like, that's what they're on. Like, we're just going to keep kicking at the door.
Yeah.
Right. So the one thing that I wanted to bring out about this game is we went through all of these scenarios, really one of which that I specifically designed it to be, as ridiculous and funny as I could possibly think of it to be. But all of the other ones really gave you either a sense of retribution, a sense of accomplishment, a sense of peace, like all of these different aspects of your life that would be vastly improved. And instead of all of that, most of you still chose a championship, which tells me that a championship is the most important thing in your mind when it comes to this city, right? You would set your own wants and needs aside for a championship. If that's the case, then why aren't we more willing to move past these thoughts of loyalty to a specific quarterback or loyalty to a specific general manager or loyalty to a specific culture? If it's about winning championships, then get behind the idea of winning championships. All of you just told me it's about winning championships. You forewent trillions of dollars. You forewent going on tour with your bro that just got a record deal. You forewent really finding out what happened at 13 seconds and getting an admission of guilt. You went through all these scenarios where your life would be vastly better without a championship, and you still chose a championship instead. Mm-hmm. So the next time we have this discussion, I expect all of you to back yourselves up, back up what you just said here and now, and stop beating around the bush. Stop trying to play both sides, and stop trying to just make believe that everything is all fine and dandy. To some degree, you can hope you can hope that things turn out well, but you still need to see some evidence on top of all that to really truly, sit in this place of, I think it's going to happen, because that's what it really comes down to. Do you or do you not think it will happen? Never mind hope. Have the Bills made enough moves to make you think it'll happen? Because that's really where it comes. That's where we live from. We live from what we think. We don't live from what we hope. What we do every day depends on what we think. Mm-hmm. So to keep it a buck, to keep it real, I hate to flip the script on y'all like that, but y'all did it to yourself. I showed each and every last one of you the reality of where you are. It's about a championship. It's not about the rah-rah. It's not about the camaraderie. It's not about the culture. It's not about any of that. It's about championships. Okay. Keep that same energy the next 17,000 shows that we do here, and stop coming at us for trying to keep it real. And I'm not like, this ain't for fans. This is really for those people who are snidely making remarks like I'm the beacon of positivity. There aren't many shows like this out there. There might be one other show that really gets as gritty as we get. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he's a friend of the show. We know him personally. So let's not pretend like there's so much negativity out there and Bills fans are just waiting for failure to happen here. It's not the case. We want the same thing y'all want. We're just willing to get down and gritty and do the work necessary to get it done.
Well, I mean, that's all good, but we got to do the work necessary to get the Reese tea done.
They absolutely do.
I mean, they do a lot of good work in the teas, of the confectioning of the tea with the water and the cane sugar. And I'm not going to give you the fourth ingredient. No, I'm not doing that. Why? Because I forgot it. But it doesn't matter. I can tell you what my ingredients are, though. Got deliciousness, refreshingness, and 2 parts of healthiness. That's 4 in my world. Like I said, water, black tea, cane sugar. There's another one somewhere. Don't ask. But that's what you can expect when you get that Reese tea. There's 4 ingredients that we just discussed. I don't even drink tea, but let me tell you, it's a good drink there. It's nice and refreshing. Summer coming up. It's humid. It's all hell outside, and I don't like it because I don't like being hot. I think I'm insulated. I look like Oompa Loompa on this show. I don't know why I look so big, but whatever. Call me fat if you want to. Stop it!
I have a glandular problem.
My mom says I'm healthy. I don't drink tea. What are you doing? Get yourself over to Reese Tea. Get yourself. I'm not even gonna say individual anymore because we're way past that. Reese Tea's been around for long enough for you guys to know that you like it and patronize it. Get yourself a case. Get yourself multiple cases at this point in time. You won't be disappointed. But what do I know? See for yourself. Click the link in the description below and let them know that Reese Tea has sent you.
A couple of quick comments. J Ham says, you're beating a dead horse, Aramis. You made this point 12 times. Hey, listen. Believing comes by hearing, man. If I'm gonna change minds, you got to hear it consistently. That's where it is. Laura says, I see where you're going, but it's not the same on the game. You have 2 concrete choices. Real life isn't the same. We'll discuss that because I need you to explain that to me. I'll message you in the Discord chat.
I want to see it.
What? How did we get to the Wonka Chocolate Factory?
Quit it!
Exactly. All right, here we go. All right, if you're hearing that music, that means it's time for us to jump out the window, and Key's got to burn rubber like you wouldn't believe, so let me hurry up and get us out of here. If you could do us a favor, please give us a like, please give us a subscribe, and also hit that bell, make that thing,
ring-a-ling-a-ling.
I can't even play that sound effect, it's too low. Anyway, you caught me way off guard with that.
I tried to.
All right. To mess
what I
up my
live.
whole thought process.
I told you I'm not hating it for
Don't
free.
you have to go to work?
This is fun.
Okay. A couple of things here. You gotta hit the notification bell so that you can find out whether or not we're doing the show or not. And when we're live, right? The notification bell gives you notifications on a lot of things. Like if you're a member, it lets you know when we put out new membership content. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, you don't know what you're missing. Get on in here, sign up for the membership today. You get a month free. It's $1.99 a month. You can't beat it. You get access to us in our Discord chat on a daily basis, 24 hours a day. either he's up and texting and talking, or I'm up and texting and talking. One way or another, you're gonna get access to us, and you get a plethora of other things, including the Madden content that we do too, which is also great. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure you check us out. Big announcement: we are spending the rest of the week promoting our budding and brand new partnership with Built in Buffalo. We are going to be joining the Built in Buffalo network. This is happening within the next 2 weeks, I believe. We're going to have Dave Myers on the show on the 29th, which is next Monday. And we'll talk about the partnership, and we'll talk about everything that's going on and what we got coming for you guys for the new season. So make sure you tune in for that. And then everything else, I'll make sure I put it in Discord chat or post it.
Yo, wrap it up, B.
I know.
Wrap it up, B. No,
hit the button and the music starts playing.
Yo, you gotta wrap it up, B. You said Dave Chappelle, you brought on yourself.
I know. That's right. All right. Y'all have a great night. Peace.
Oh.